if you were me and didn't have it. Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go.
Ready, 25. Wait.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Running the jet sweep with Jones. Bust through the tackle. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. The Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
61, 39.
To throw is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This time Ryan will throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time, in football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 46 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the slant. Safe.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. This is Johnson. He's got it. Give him 30 yards there. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw is Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, receiver.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. These two teams all tied after 1. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Right there. Check.
And he's got room. Say goodbye to Braxton Miller. And finally out of bounds He's just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the option. 49 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Madison, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Madison. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Check safety, check safety. Here we go, 48.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Mattison now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drop. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been...
That's caught at the 25. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there just before halftime. 69 yards. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try to run this one in, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Alexander Mattison in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll keep it on the ground again here, and they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Quaker Omaha. Watch twins.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
59.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll run with Madison. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You're not ready.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, South. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Right there. 54. Right there.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Wrigley. Picked up on Mike Hughes. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Situation. Let's go.
Following the interception, Cousins airing it out deep for Smith. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. It's a gain of 34.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Going to run with Madison again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Madison, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it, we can go ahead and lose our objectivity here, can't we? And just applaud what we've seen. That's one of the great records in the NFL. Are you talking about this 6 touchdown runs in a game against an NFL defense? I want to run down. Let's go down there and carry him off the field ourselves. We should do that.
Get his autograph after the game. I know that much.
Don't forget, I know you. Selfie. We'll do a selfie.
Oh, yeah, we'll do a selfie. We'll do a group selfie.
There you go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. To try again after the sack. Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
58.
Now Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Danielle Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Third and long. It's Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
He was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 28 yards. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go play action now. Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Another carry now for Madison, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison, and they'll get him down right around the 16. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Fresno. Blue draw Corkers. Black. Hey, Foxtrot.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Yeah, baby. Boom. Jahan, 180. Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. What's that?
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he finds Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
going on the ground with Madison. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Cousins. Try to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see